Hello learners. Once again, I come back with our lesson in art and design. This time we are with Senior 3 for the art and design. I remember that by the time we broke off, we are still learning some work in art and design. In this lesson today, I'm going to be with my co-teacher, who is Teacher Millie, the sign interpreter from Uganda Sign Language. The teacher is Deborah Rebecca Magera from National Curriculum Development Center. I want you to get organized as the lesson is yet to start. Make sure that you have the art book with you, you have the pen, and you have the pencil for the lesson. Try to get where to sit and listen. Try to tune in and in a high volume so that you are able to pick whatever I am ready to share with you. Are you ready now? Wonderful. In this session today, as we start, I want to remind you that avoid touching your soft parts. Avoid touching the nose. Avoid touching the eyes and the mouth so that you don't get the COVID-19, right? So today, we are going to look at the poster designing. We want to understand what is all about poster designing. We shall also get to learn why poster designing. And we shall also get to learn the steps which you can take to develop a poster. Right on now, let us try to understand what is poster designing. So in this process, I request you open your art book because whatever short note point we take, you have to take note of it. Can you write this question? What is poster designing? Start thinking about the few words, the catching words in poster designing. Because we always hear the word poster, 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 poster. Okay. Poster designing is part of graphic design, which is a broad area of art. It combines the use of lettering and illustrations to communicate a message to the public. Today, this .com, which you know very well, poster design is the main part of the 20th to 21st century using the visual communication. For example, there are posters today which are talking about COVID-19. A lot of messages are put there. When you look at the vehicles that are moving, they have posters on them written on the word COVID-19 response. Hope you see them too. Right on. Let us continue understanding what is all about poster designing. Posters are associated to communication technology. That means you have to be in the know of the uses of computer and internet, where you can always access and have your communications done for messages to be clear to the community, to the society in which you interact. Dear learners and viewers, we are learning something to do with poster designing in our art lesson. Poster designing has a variety of posters, and posters are in two types. There are posters which are commercial, and there are posters which are non-commercial. Can you think of some posters which are commercial? Think of some posters which are commercial. I have one which I can think of, a commercial one. The commercial one will talk about the sale of masks, which can be used to cover our nose to avoid getting the disease. One makes a very good poster with a mask on worn by someone, a very good picture with some words and a message communicated. That commercial one means that the message there, once you access, it is for sale. It's all about business. Then the non-commercial, for example, it is advertising something to do with the Sunday service. Sunday service on TV from 9 to 11 to be led by the Archbishop of Namirembe Diocese. That one is non-commercial. It is just reminding the followers that there will be a service. All those are some of the examples, and you'll be seeing some of these examples of posters as we go or as we get all along. Why poster designing? Poster designing is one of the modern means employed in the media. It is always specific, it is always eye-catching. I don't know whether you have ever had a chance of moving along Ginger Road. There are some big signposts. This time they are digital signposts, and they are advertising a number of things. The new arrival of vehicles, the arrival of good products in the shops, which are both commercial and non-commercial. The poster designing is one of the modern means in the media and industries. Today, we are going to engage ourselves in poster design. We are going to look at a number of posters, but we shall also try to understand the steps we can take to develop a poster. Let's continue. Make sure you have your art book open, because I'm going to take you through the steps you can take. Hello there. Hope we are together. We should be still moving together. What are the steps in poster making? Step 1, identification of a topic and research process. You have to identify a topic. For example, the topic can be about COVID-19. The topic can be about education, a conference on education, in education. The topic can be about girl child. Today, the topic can also be about boy child. How do you see that? So you have to identify a topic and research on it and get more information. We also think of the type of lettering that you are going to use. Remember, in our art and design, there are different types of lettering. Some are Roman numeral type of writing, some are cursive, and some are capital letters. But in the capital letters, you design the letter and you make the letter appear artistic. So the lettering depends on the type of image you want to illustrate. Step 2. Step 2, you plan your content. Think of what you are going to write on that poster. Usually the posters are in the sizes of A3, are in the sizes of A4, and even smallest sizes. So, in the content, you have to think about the key information which will relate to what you intend to tell the audience. What do you want to tell the audience? So, you look at the type of lettering, you look at the short, catching slogans. For example, if you are calling for someone to attend a conference, you put there something, call for papers. You have that catching word, call for papers. Date of submission, closing date, the deadline of closing date, and another catching word, free of charge. So you plan the content. Step 3. Hello class. I hope we are moving together. Step 3. Select your image. The image must relate to the main idea or theme of your graphic design. First, make some rough sketches of how you want your idea to be catching. Another step, step 4 now, because so far we have gone through 3 steps. Step 4. You combine your written message and image. You look at the image, you look at the message, and then you start to design. You look at the size of the letters, you look at the paper, whether you are going to put it horizontally or vertically. You manipulate the colors because you are now looking at your poster, which is going to catch the eye. If I say catch the eye, meaning the poster which is going to attract. You get me? Right. Step 5. Step 5 in our poster designing, you have to refine the final design. Meaning that having put all your ideas, you now look at what are you finally putting on the paper as your poster. You look at the way you have balanced the colors, the emphasis, the harmony. You ask even your questions. You even ask yourself, is the message clear? Are there any colors which are overpowering? Because you may put the background in red, and then the colors you are going to use are purple, pink. It means that the purple and the pink will hide into the background. So, do the graphics look clear and well placed? Those are the questions you can ask when you are going to develop your poster. The next step, you now present your design. Do not forget to sign your work, to autograph. I want to use the word autograph. You have to autograph your work. Do not forget to refer to your sketches, which must be of your presentation. And we have to remember that this helps the one who is going to read your poster to assess the amount of thought you have put in. In fact, one will look at the poster and say, this one has really spent his time on this poster. He looks at the techniques you have used, your ability you have used, and to make it intelligent. You have made your choices very intelligently to catch the eye. Hello, learner. Hello, viewer. Hope we are together. The steps I'm taking you through are guiding you to come up with a poster. Let's continue. So now, having gone through these steps, the homework I want to give you today, in this invasion of the coronavirus to the world population that has claimed lives, and the population countrywide lives with a mixture of facts and myths. So basing on the information you have gathered from reliable sources of the government and so on, I want you to design and create an illustrated poster informing your local residents on the dangers of COVID-19. In this session, we have looked at the description of poster designing. We have tried to understand why poster designing in this era. We are saying that when we go poster designing, we are catching the eye. We are reaching many to understand what is going on, right? We have also looked at the steps we could take to come up with a poster. I shall be availing you a link which will help you to further read and guide you in coming up with one of the best COVID-19 poster designs. I want to thank you for listening, and I want to remind you to avoid touching your soft parts, namely the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Why? So that you don't get infected by the COVID-19. I remain Deborah Rebecca Magera with my co-sign interpreter, Millie. Thank you. Goodbye.